Mr. Hughes, according to your complaint, the defendant borrowed your car, wrecked it, abandoned it, and the damage, including the towing fees and storage fees, of $4,540. So why don't you tell me about that evening?
Yes, well, I let the defendant use my car to run into town. 2:30 or so at night, and early in the morning, he had to return. I was notified by the hospital security that my car was in an accident and I needed to contact the high patrolman.
Had you ever lent him your car before?
I've loaned him my car once before. Tried to make contact with him. I didn't get in contact with him until about 10:30ish that night. He wavered back and forth as to his...
What do you mean he wavered back and forth?
Wavered in regard to his responsibilities. Oh, I parked your car, or were you sure that I used your car?
Tell me about what happened when he came to borrow the car. What time did he borrow the car, sir?
It was about 20 minutes until 2 o'clock in the morning. He came by playing his chess. They're both inseparable.
What's inseparable?
Computer chess
game. The computer chess game that he has. I gave him my spare key. I'd only received one key from the dealer when I bought the car. I assumed that he would return within the next 45 minutes.
What did he want the car for at that hour?
He's going to make a beer run.
What's a beer run?
A beer run. Last call for alcohol.
Last call for alcohol.
Yes.
So he was going to buy alcohol and you let him use your car.
Yeah.
Smart.
We'd been drinking already all that night. Okay, I don't remember seeing him that night. At 1:30.
Were you drunk that night?
Yes. I don't have a history of drinking and driving. I have no DUIs, no problems with drinking, nothing like that. No history of blacking out.
Do you remember where you were that night?
Yes,
Where
upstairs from my room with my neighbor. Me and him were drinking at 12:30.
I have a hard time remembering many things about that particular night.
That night, okay.
You mentioned that your daughter
Just a second.
When I saw...
Get to you. Go ahead.
When I walked in this friend's house and I saw him there, she goes, yeah, I saw you and James.
Don't tell me what a friend said. Listen to me. He got in touch with you 10 o'clock the next day.
The next day, yeah.
Okay, where was the car at this point, sir?
The car was in storage in a facility.
Where had the car been found?
The car had been found opposite the direction that he stated that he was going. It was found in Oxnard, or leading to Oxnard Freeway.
Had it been wrecked?
And it had been wrecked. Yes, it ran into strawberry pylons.
When he called you 10 o'clock the next day, what did you say to him?
No, 10 o'clock the next day, I went to his apartment. And he says, where's the car? And I'm going, what do you mean, where's the car? He says, I loaned you the car. If I wrecked that car, I would have paid for it, and I don't mind.
But you don't, sir, you were drunk that night. You said so in your answer.
But I don't drink and drive, and I don't have a history of it. I never do. Never.
He tells me that his daughter talked with him and spoke with him that night and swears up and down that she spoke with him. He doesn't remember.
At 3 o'clock I talked to my daughter about 10 days after that. She said I called her about 3 o'clock in the morning that night, that same night, saying that I was going to pick her up the next day. She goes to school.
Okay, so did you remember that?
Did I remember calling her? No.
Well, so then you had a bad period that night.
No, the car was found on Wanimi Road, about 5, 6 miles, 7 miles in the middle of nowhere, okay? To drive the car, wreck it, and then walk home on the darkest, one of the most dangerous roads in Ventura County, and not remember any of it.
Is there anything on that road that would be sort of on the way to something else where the car was found? Was it on the way to a shopping center, to a bar, to anything else?
Oxnard Ave, no.
So nobody in their right mind would be on that road at that hour?
At that
There's
hour?
no reason why anyone in their right mind would be on that road at that hour of the night. Is that true?
That's the way you're making it sound, yeah. If I was that drunk to where I wouldn't remember, nobody in their right mind would loan me their car.
You asked me how did you look? You know, were you drunk? Hey, you look like you always look, you know. I really can't tell.
You two guys sound as if you were good friends once. Mr. Klein, I have a sense, sir, that you experienced something for the first time in your life.
Oh, no.
And that is a blackout when you were drinking. Forget the car, if you don't remember speaking to your child, then the alcohol has gotten to you. I'm entering a judgment for the plaintiff in the amount requested, which was the cost of the damage, and I've seen the estimates, and the storage of the car in the amount of $4,200. Thank you.